Aren't they just ridiculously amazing? And for all of you all that are new, I steal that phrase from our own Reverend Ron Florent. We are ridiculously amazing. You are ridiculously amazing. Because that's what friends are for. Keep smiling. Keep shining. Knowing you can always count on me. For sure. Because that's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Because that's what friends are for. You know, the meaning of our life is intimately and richly connected to our friends, or the tribe we choose to be part of. We discover who we are by discovering where we belong, by discovering our tribe, our friends, our family, our tribe. You know, symbols are so important. That's why I chose to wear my ministerial stole today. It's all the religious symbols that are important to me as an interfaith minister, individually and as your spiritual leader. If you see a symbol, ask me, what is that symbol all about, Reverend Kimberley? Because I will happily tell you. And I have a necklace on that is a scrimshaw of a howling wolf, because my grandmother and my family are in the wolf clan of the Cherokee tribe. And symbols are so important in our life. And you are going to hear more about that in this message. Who am I? Who am I? It's not nearly as significant or as interesting as asking, who are we? Who are we? Together as a collective, together as a tribe, who are we? Where we come together is important too. It's a symbol. It's a home. It's our spiritual home where we come together, a normal place that from this day forward will be a sacred space. We come together to be the best that we can be, individually unique and collectively as a tribe. To show up as spiritual beings in these physical bodies, in this normal place that is to become a sacred space. This is our third reimagining of our spiritual home. We joined together as a community in the garden where 40 people came and said, we are a tribe. We are a community. And we grew. And we moved. And we grew some more. And we moved again. And here we are. We moved to a normal place. We made that normal place a sacred space. And now we are here and we make this normal place a sacred space. God is on the move, and so are we. We are on the move with God. So here we are, and today we create sacred space in this normal place by our intention. Our intention that this becomes a sacred space and is our spiritual home. The world's sacred spaces became sacred spaces because of the intention of the people that trekked them. People pilgrimage to places. where maybe an event happened, where maybe someone was born, or maybe someone died, or maybe someone said someone was born there, or maybe someone said someone died there. And people went there with the intention that it would become a sacred space. And through that collective intention, the space became sacred space for all those who came later. Last May, we went to Sedona, Arizona. And in Sedona, Arizona, they have a Buddhist stupa. It hasn't always been there. It is a sacred space. So when you read the plaque of how this stupa came to be, it came to be because a group of people decided they wanted to have a Buddhist stupa in Sedona, Arizona, that wonderful center of spirituality. And so they collected money and they bought a tract of land. It wasn't a sacred space. It was the land they could find that they could afford, off the beaten path. And they bought that land. And they started building. They built a stupa. And they invited Buddhists from all over the world to come, monks to come, people to come, with the intention that this will be a sacred space. And it became a sacred space because of all the prayers and all the intention of all those people that came to make it a sacred space. So that's what we ask of you today, to come here with the intention that this becomes a sacred space. We must congregate. We must come together. We must cooperate. We must establish and maintain the communities that sustain us. A sacred space is a space made so by intention, by ritual, and by ceremony. And I know we had a ceremonial smudging. As some of you came in, you may have chosen to be smudged, and Master Omakazin on our spiritual leadership team was out there smudging. He and Reverend Laura Ann and I created that smudge together this morning with the prayer and the intention that anyone who received that smudge would feel a welcoming home in this space here today. With the herbs and the tobacco to honor our ancestors, we invoked them and called them in and said, come be part of this celebration, this ritual, this ceremony of making the historic Gulfport Casino, unity of Gulfport's spiritual home.
Yeah.
And so now we bring our tribe right here to this sacred space. And every time you walk into it, you will feel it. You will know it. As Maria said, in that still small space when you go to that God space. As Reverend Ron said, when you open up and experience that God mind, that's where you know and you feel that it is sacred. And many cultures throughout time have believed and known that between places are held sacred. The sunrise is sacred, the time between darkness and light, that moment when it cracks. The sunset, that moment between daylight and dark. That dusk when it wanes. The mountaintops, the rim of a volcano. It's where people go for ritual and ceremony. Where the sea meets the shore. And here we have chosen our sacred space where the sea meets the shore. Our ancestors had to live daily within nature, closely together for survival of the elements and searching for food and shelter. It was their ever-waking intention from the moment they woke up in the morning, how to live, how to survive, how to get more food, how to find a safe shelter. We are blessed We have built our society so that we no longer have to do that to survive each and every day. Yet we choose our sacred space where the sea meets the shore. It's a sacred space in nature already. And then now we come to it, and it is the sacred space of our tribe. And we as a people can choose to be in nature when we can without the hardship of having to survive in nature. And that's a beautiful thing when you get out and get in nature. We don't have to be a tribe to physically survive this world. And yet I say that we must be a tribe to thrive in this world. We have built our society for comfort in some ways, and others we have become too isolated, too separate. This pandemic has taught us that, hasn't it? We've held ourselves off in our little caves, held ourselves separate and apart, and many people have suffered for that separation because tribe is so important, not only for our physical health, but our mental health, our spiritual health. And what a beautiful day. A day such as today, when we come together as a tribe and choose to thrive rather than just survive. In modern society, we become so very focused on my purpose. What is my purpose? And we struggle to find it. We sometimes struggle to connect with it. What is my purpose? We will never be successful finding our individual purpose until we are connected to something greater. Part of a tribe that has a greater purpose, connected to something greater, our source energy. And we as a tribe say we want to be connected to source. It's part of our mission and our vision that we read aloud earlier. When we are an engaged and connected member of the tribe, our purpose will reveal itself with ease and grace. And the more we walk forward in that tribal purpose, that community mission, that community vision, the more our individual purpose will reveal itself to us. And we just keep walking with ease and grace. One of the people from Unity Worldwide Ministries, I described it to them that this community is like a red carpet they've got rolled out. And I just keep walking. We just keep walking.
Yeah.
And Spirit makes it easy. And it is ease and it is with grace. A tribe matters because we together as a collective are more than anyone. Together as a community, we are like-minded people who share common values and beliefs, and we put our joint efforts towards a common goal. The goal is about a big impact. If it's your business tribe, it could be more sales. If it's your political tribe, it could be a political victory. It could be a cure for disease, a philanthropic achievement, or anything else imaginable. But for us, here at Unity of Gulfport, our community and our tribe, it is a meaningful and greater connection to our source energy, that God mind. When we get quiet, like Reverend Ron said, we get quiet. That's when we know. We just know. It's already in us. It's innate in there. We just have to open up and allow it to hear it. And advancing the spiritual awakening and transformation of each and every member of this tribe is my goal as leader. living our lives with spirituality as a daily, practical reality in our lives. We come together in love with each of us who are like-minded and committed to the experience of spiritual innovation, connection, and inspiration. Together, we are awakening the power of community, the power of our tribe. A movement is thrilling. It's the work of many people, all connected, all seeking something better. We have a movement right here, and I am so happy that you are part of my tribe. We are a tribe come together in unity through love and peace, seeking a greater connection to Source and each other. Our movement is from me to we, and we come together in harmony, in balance, and in love. Come together with ourselves, with our Source, with each other, with our environment. And we have such a strong and amazing tribe. If each of you could see our tribe through my eyes, you would be so amazed at this coming together, these human beings that have come together. And you know, we can't help it, because as human beings, we have a need to belong, because that's something primal, that we survived by being together. If you were alone out by yourself, I don't know, a lion or a cougar or a bear or a something was probably going to get you. But if you were together with your tribe, you could survive and thrive. The quality of our tribe is in direct relationship to how true and how honest we are, how authentically we show up. A tribe, this tribe, is a community of our own making, forged through authentic connection with others who mutually support and inspire us. You know, we're inspired by many, and many times, as Reverend Ron said, we reach to the Bible for that inspiration. And sometimes we reach to way showers, and sometimes we reach to people we admire. And that's what I'm reaching to today, because I love this quote from Brene Brown. I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. Breathe that in. You feel seen, heard, and valued. You give and receive without judgment, and you derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. That's what I hope you all can say about being part of this tribe. Because we are by nature tribal beings. Conformity comes naturally to us. The key is to be your fabulous individual self as a member of the tribe, strengthening your connection to Source, not losing your identity and sacrificing your self-worth to fit in. Individual, unique individuals that all come together as a collective mind and a collective heart for this community. Building a community and fostering our tribe, it's about stepping out of the small self and moving into the bigger self, knowing that we can all go farther together. It's about making a difference. Making a difference. Not one at a time, but the whole tribe at a time. And in closing, I'm going to say, we build our community, our tribe, by connecting one to each other, honoring that connection and being authentic, to foster and encourage a greater connection to source energy, sharing our spirituality and being true to our spiritual beingness. I'm going to bring up to join me, and I'm sharing this inaugural message with my dear friend and my sister, Sue Sarka. Many of you know her as Kentucky Sue. She is my true and authentic friend. And she comes to our tribe, as our tribe, to share from her heart to each of you about bringing your spirituality into the place you live and dwell.